Hello and welcome. I'm JJ Gormley. I'm going to lead you through a chair yoga class. I've got my chair set up there with a blanket on top, and I have 2 yoga blocks on either side, which you don't need. I'll talk you through it if you don't happen to have yoga blocks. And otherwise, we'll get started right now. Oh. I also have something to slide my feet on. These are furniture sliders, and I'm on carpet. So if you have those handy, they work great. Otherwise, paper plates do pretty well as also. And if you're on a hardwood floor, you can place a towel on the floor and let your feet slide on the towel. So you will need something like that to easily slide your feet around. All right, let's first just start settled into the chair, settling into the chair. You can lean back into the chair back if you like, or if you sit forward of the chair back, it starts to strengthen those little intricate spinal muscles that take a vacation if you lean back in the chair. So if you want to start to strengthen your core, try to sit forward or upright. And with as tall a spine as comfortable for you, where you can still breathe easily. And we'll just take a few breaths here. And we'll begin to do some movement with the breath, in sync with the breath. So there'll be some movement on the exhale and another movement on the inhale. And I'll talk you through it. If the first thing to do is to get the movement down. Once the movement starts to become familiar, then add the breath. And so if it's a new movement, it may be difficult to sync breath with that. And so just use my breath cues more as a reminder not to hold the breath. And later when you're able, you can add the breath cues on. So we'll start with some arm movements. So we'll start with palms up on the inhale and palms down on the exhale. And not really lifting the hands up and putting them down, just keeping the hand in contact with the legs in some way. So I'm just sort of rolling along the pinky side of my hands. We're going to add a little spinal movement to this. So as you exhale, round your spine toward the chair back, pull the belly in. And on the inhale, roll those collarbones up for a little baby back bend. And go back and forth, those 2 movements. Exhaling and inhaling. Rounded spine, forward bend type position, and a gentle back bend. Let's make the arm movements go a little larger. You take the range of motion that's comfortable for your body, for your shoulders and body. Be higher arms, lower arms, wider, whatever feels comfortable for you. I'm doing some different movements myself. All right, and then just pause here. Next, we'll take some lateral movements. So you can bring your hands to your hips. Inhale, lengthen, and on the exhale, a little lean over toward one side. Inhale, back up. Exhale, lean over to the other side. These are where the blocks can come in handy. Next time we go over, we're going to stay over. Stay only if comfortable. You can use the chair leg if you have a rung there, or a block. I don't have rungs, so the blocks come in handy. Squeeze the bottom tips of your shoulder blades together. Keep breathing here. Exhale from the belly and inhale into the rib cage, side ribs. Exhale, belly. Next inhale, come on back up. And we'll go right over to the other side on the next exhale. Find a place for that hand. And stay at the hip or come to the chair, any part of the chair, or come to the block. Inhale into the ribs. Exhale from the belly. Inhale, ribs. Exhale, belly. Inhale, move your way back up again. We'll take a cat-cow here. We call this the cat-cow meeting. Back bend is the cow, and the rounded spine is the cat. That's because we do this movement on our hands and knees. But it does look more like a cat and a cow than in a chair. All right, let's take a twist next. Inhale the arms up and out to the sides, and exhale, cross the opposite arm to the front leg. Other hand can go back behind. Inhale, come right back to center. Exhale, other side. And I'll do that again. Each side, in and out with the breath. Exhale, twist. Inhale to center. Exhale, twist. Inhale to center. This time we'll stay in the pose, only if comfortable. If it's not comfortable to stay in a pose, keep moving in and out. In general, we'll move in and out first. So you sort of tease into it and out of it. Make sure you can easily get in and out. Keep breathing. Long spine, tailbone down, crown of the head up toward the ceiling. And then on your inhale, back to neutral. Second side, exhale. Just staying right there. Find a comfortable place for your hands to land. Keep breathing. Tailbone down, crown of the head up. And wait for an inhale to come back to neutral. Cat cows again. All right, we'll come down to the legs. So sit forward toward the edge of the chair. Once your chair is not tippy. And we'll put whatever you're going to slide on, slide your foot on under one foot, and slide that leg forward on the inhale and back underneath you on the exhale. You can see my foot a little bit. Not much better. Inhale the leg forward, exhale the leg back. And some of the time when you take the leg forward, you can flex, and some of the time you can point. Inhale, leg goes towards straight, exhale back. Underneath you. Start to go out on the sides, on various spokes out on the sides. Inhaling out, exhaling back in. And pick one of those spokes that feels comfortable for you to stay on, and stay there, and flex the foot and point. And flex a couple of times. Maybe do some ankle circles, both directions. And then hold the foot in flex and spread the toes. Keep the foot ankle flexed, but curl the toes forward. And then stretch the toes back like they're trying to get back toward your knee. And then bend the knee again. And let's work our way back up to the top. Inhaling out, exhaling in. And switch it over to the other side. Another furniture slugger. Inhaling out and exhaling in. Some of the time, remember, you can point. Some of the time when it goes out, flex. When you flex, you get a stretch into the calf and back of the leg. And when you point, you get a stretch across the top of the ankle there. And heading out sideways on the spokes. And once you find a comfortable spot, let's find a comfortable spot to stay in. Flex the foot. And you go back and forth, pointing and flexing. And some ankle circles. couple times each direction. And then flip them, bend the knee, and work your way back up to the top. Exhale, the knee bends, inhale out towards straight. All right. And then we come back over to that first side. And when you take the leg up, take the opposite arm up. And leg out to the side. The arm can also go out to the side. So it's the Saturday night fever dance. You can see if you want. I'm not going to do that for you. Not today anyway. All right, work your way back up to the top. And we'll change sides. Change feet and arm. Opposite arm and leg. And working your way back up at the top. Inhale and stretching out. Exhale back in. And once you're back up to the top, you can rest. It's comfortable for you to do both legs at the same time. You can lean back and hold the chair. But if your chair is unstable, we'll do about 4 times, or if you're doing one leg at a time, twice each side. So you can do both legs out on the inhale, back in on the exhale, or just do one leg twice, switch it over and do the other leg. So just those few things is a nice, simple, very short thing to do every day. So you do this, what we call the 6 directions of the spine, the cat-cow on the lateral and the twist. It's left and right side, so it adds up to 6 things. And then do these leg stretches. You get into the hips and the whole leg. And so what's missing is some arm strength and stretching the quads. So we're going to do those now. So I would try to do those, that sort of first half of the class that we just did, do those every day, and then, just to keep the body moving and supple. And then these you can add on, if not every day, maybe every other day, like at the other major body parts. So we're going to go for the front of the leg now by turning sideways in the chair. And I'm on the edge. You can place your other hand on the chair back. And we're going to start to stretch this leg back. So right now my knee's roughly right underneath my hip socket and my foot's on the slider. And I'm going to start to take that foot back. So I stretch into the front of the leg here more. So it's kind of like a lunge. And you can work any of those spokes on the back half of the bicycle wheel now. So we kind of did that front half earlier. Now we're going to do the back half. So any spokes, and let your foot turn any way it wants. Some of the time the toes can head out. Some of the time the heel leads. Some of the time the toes can be tucked under. All of these will just get into these hip rotators in a different way. So get in there, get those hips moving, and especially the front of the leg stretching back in that nice extension there. Get that quadricep, the front of your thigh stretched. It's so nice. And if you want to pick any of those spokes and stay, just to enjoy whatever stretch you feel you need for your body today, extra breath or two. And then we'll bring it in and switch it around to the other side. Walk your way around. The foot that's toward the screen is on the slider. Put your hand back on the chair back and drop that knee down in front of the chair, and then you start to have fun with that, letting that leg stretch out on the inhale. Exhale, it comes back in. Some of the time, stretch that heel out. Some of the time, the toes stretching out. you can feel what you need. And so sometimes the angle of the foot needs to be safe and feel good for your knee and ankle and all of that. So don't turn it in any way that doesn't feel comfortable. And then pick a position to stay at one that you feel you need the most for your body. So I like that one almost straight back. Kind of like a lunge. And let that leg go as straight as it's willing to go today. Keep breathing. And then we'll bring that knee back in and work your way back to the front. From here, we'll still work into those hips a little bit by lifting the heel up. I'm just on the ball of the foot and roll the knee out and in. And you can do this with the foot on the floor, or if you happen to have a yoga block or a small footstool, you can place your toes up on that. It just makes the muscles, the fibers of the muscle, slight different grouping, and then it gets the stretch. Couple on each side, on the knee. These hip rotators, we rarely rotate the hip outward like this, so those muscles can atrophy. Just hopefully to keep those muscles, letting them know, hey, we actually do want to use you sometimes, so don't atrophy, which will make your hip weaker, and you don't want that. And then for the arm strength, we're again going to sit forward in the chair and the hands back behind. And we'll just press into the chair and let the arms go as straight as they're willing to go. And you can even imagine lifting your hips up out of the chair. Move your hands in a few different positions on the edge of the chair there. Sometimes the hands quite forward, sometimes the hands back. As though to lift yourself out of the chair. Depending on your torso length and your arm length, you might actually get your hips up off the chair. If you've got a long torso and shorter arms, probably not going to happen, but still you're imagining it. So those neurons are firing off to say, oh, do I have to work here? Yes, you do. Work those arms a little bit. All right, and then to work the arms a little bit more, we're going to bring the hands underneath the back of one of the legs. Squeeze the bottom tips of your shoulder blades together and start to lean back toward the chair back and bring that foot up off the floor. A little arm strengthener, and then for more, keep your back heart alignment. That's the bottom tips of the shoulder blades toward each other, and bend the elbows. And it's kind of like a opposite of a push-up. It's a pull-up. We're pulling our knee up toward us. All right, we're doing a little leg work, a little hamstring, back of the leg stretch. Let the leg extend as well. All right. You can kind of rock in and out of this and give those arms a rest if you need to. Last one, and we will rest. Shake the arms out. And we'll go right over to the other side. That's the hands behind the other leg. Leaning back, back heart alignment, arm tips of the shoulder blades in toward each other. And elbows bend. When you bend the elbows, that knee comes in more. Sit-ups of some sort, but it's pull-ups. Bring your knee up towards you. Adding the extension of the leg, with that leg, the heel reach forward, leg going straighter and straighter. Feel those. And release, and again, shake it out. Clasp your hands together, the unnatural clasp. So when you just grab your hands, whichever index finger is on top, switch it over one and each finger after that. So it's the opposite clasp. And back heart alignment, bottom tips of the shoulder blades in toward each other, and turn hands inside out so your palms face me. And then bend the elbows, find that back heart alignment again, and turn the palms up toward the ceiling. And let the arms go straighter and straighter. And repeat. Arms toward me, back heart alignment. Keep the back heart alignment, hands toward the ceiling. One more in each direction. Good. And then release. And we'll take cat-cow movements here. Exhale around the spine. Inhale, a back bend. And repeat. All right, those few things can move you. You can divide this class in half and the stopping point earlier, or do this whole class. And if you'd like to do a little time for relaxation, we'll do that now. Just taking a minute vacation. Sit in your chair. You can close your eyes if you like, and just think of a beautiful place that you can take just 1 minute imagining you're there. Place for your vacation. Might be a beach, could be just swim in a swim, might be a mountaintop vista, whatever, wherever it is for you. Go there in your mind. Your mind is such a powerful thing. Let's use it. So as you get there, your muscles will start to soften and relax as they kind of go. Allow that to happen. Allow your body to be receptive to being in your place of vacation. Take just another couple of breaths here. Your eyes are closed, you can slowly open them. And just thank yourself for this time that you took for a little self-care. So important to do self-care as we are in the zone of helping so many others, helping your loved ones. So I thank you for that service. And thank you for joining me today.